All right, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you guys. How many times you have said to yourself that you start a gym membership, or you be like, when I have equipment, or I settle down when things get a little easier? Let me tell you this. I've been there, and you're really putting yourself in a position or a situation where the door really hasn't been locked. You know what I'm saying? I've talked to people before, and they'll be like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna do it, man. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it," and they really don't. So today I'm gonna talk about that you are the gym. Really that you don't need anything else to change the body that you really want. So we're gonna talk about that today. I think it's a long awaited topic. And what really inspired this, really? Not really long awaited, but because my gym where I work at is being renovated. It's getting a real facelift. So shout out to the owners to really listen to the concerns of their customers. So they're getting like better equipment and everything like that, which is dope. But in the process of doing that, they had to open up the other memberships, the other gyms to the members at that particular location that they can go. And shout out for them to actually making that adjustment. But for some, they feel like you can't work out because you don't have the access to the equipment that they're usually accustomed to. But I think that gives you an opportunity to tap into your creativity because, to do more with less, if you get what I'm saying. I think more people need to start doing that as well. I'm still in there training and working out, still doing what I need to do because I'm the gym. I understand how to work and how to move my body and how to train. But for those who don't, this is for you. And those who do as well. You never know. You know what I'm saying? Because in the fitness industry, we've been sold a lie that you need memberships in gym and you need machines and supplements and all that good stuff to get the body that you want. Yes, I take supplements as well, but that's not my core or my foundation. It's backed by uh I need my water, man. It's really backed by the basics, proper training, rest, and nutrition. And then the supplements are added. So if you have that, just flip that. Always start off with the base and build that strong foundation. You know what I'm saying? But when you look at history, when it comes to like the most physically capable human beings, whether they're soldiers, farmers, or martial artists or gymnasts, they didn't have much cables, machines. They didn't have access to the equipment that we have today. You know what I'm saying? They really just use their resources, which is them. They use themselves, what was under their feet. So once you understand these movement patterns, like I always stress, with the push, pull, squat, hinge, and carry, and rotational for core stability, you'll be actually fine. You can build the muscles that you really need. You know what I'm saying? Without even spending a dollar, to be honest with you. This is why I always teach as a personal trainer. I always teach calisthenics first because I do believe that you have to master yourself. Then you add external resistance, because that's all weights are, external resistance that helps you build. And don't get me wrong, I love lifting weights. I think there's a different stimulus that you achieve, that your body achieve and reacts to when you're pushing steel. It's a different kind of physique that you're actually building. But always combine both. I'm not gonna say which is better. Just do both. If you're undecided on which. You can start off mastering yourself, just like in life. Everything starts with you, and then you go out and expand your horizons. All right. So we're not gonna make it too complicated, right? So and I'm gonna keep it a buck too. In the gym, a lot of people don't go there to train. They're not actually training. They're just going through the motions. Some of them use it as a rest spot, just to socialize and talk with people and all that good stuff, which is okay. Everything is in a percentage of 85% who's like just there to linger around, have a good time. Then you got the 10% those who think they training and they try to train other people. They don't know what the hell they doing. And then you got the 5% who actually know what they're doing and really getting it in and being intentional. And then they may train someone as well. You know what I mean? So always in life is always out of 100, 85%, 10%, 5%. If you know, you know, right? But even if you're in your house, like for me, I have my slant board, I have push up bars, and I got to pull up. So sometimes if I can't get to the gym or even I guess a little downtime, I'm getting to it. And my body is, looking high anyway. I wanted to be, but basically what I'm saying is I have limited equipment here and I can still get it in. You go to the park around your corner, pull up. Literally, just pull up. Learn to do some pull ups, master your body weight. You know what I'm saying? Because we thinking that the gym makes us fit. Nah, you make the gym fit, if that makes sense. Don't love your job, job your love, right? Oh man, the internet. So really, it's a mindset shift. You have to start looking at yourself differently. There's a bar that Damian Wayne said. I was watching what's it, Justice League? One of them cartoons. But anyway, Robin, Batman's son, Damian Wayne. He had a little confrontation with, I think, Blue Beetle. And he said the difference between you and I is that you need a weapon. He said, I am the weapon. And we have to start looking at ourselves like that. You know what I mean? Everything we want and need is within us. We are what we need. You know what I'm saying? You are enough, basically. You see what I'm saying? So and when you start looking at your body like that, you start to have a different response and even how you move and how you see yourself, right? Remember, your body is an equipment because you're going against gravity. Whether you're sitting, right? Because you sit down every day, you pushing things every day, you're pulling things towards you every day, you're overhead pressing things every day, whether it's in your cabinet, you know what I mean, or in your closet. So these are things that are good for you. And once you practice those movements and use your body as that, you're gonna get stronger. You're gonna adapt over time. You know what I mean? And not only that, you're being deliberate. And that's deliberate, progressive, and you're moving with intention. And that's where the real change comes in. That's why I say most people don't come to the gym to work out because they're not intentional. And that is key. You have to be intentional in what you're doing and start connecting with your body. And that's when the change starts to come. You know what I'm saying? So you don't need more resources. You just need a different relationship with the ones you already have. So stop waiting to be ready. Start where you are and use what you have. Well, I spoke about time management in previous videos, but 10 minutes, do some burpees just to get your heart rate up. I'm not really a big fan of burpees per se, but they do have some benefits. You know what I mean? Whatever, just move around. That's the gist of it. You can do some burpees, some push-ups, right into some squats. Boom, that's one round. In 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It doesn't take that long. What really is you have to just be consistent in what you're doing. That's it at the end of the day. You see what I'm saying? So when I talked about the five movement patterns, right? Once you learn this, you can be creative. You can build upon those and just start being creative. So you have the push. So you want to do some push-ups, right? Not just pushing up, but pushing up vertically because everything has a plane of motion that it follows, and you have to learn how to move your body in those planes, right? So then two, you have the pulling, anything you bring towards you that works your back and biceps, right? So you can do pull-ups, get the pull-up bar you could put within your door frame, or even just like I said, just go to the park. But let's say it's inclement weather outside, right? Get the pull-up bar. Nothing, little small investment that will work wonders to your body. You know what I'm saying? Squatting, whether it's in the chair, both legs unilateral. If you want to do pistol squats, I'm still working on mine. You could do stuff like that. Like I said, even get yourself a slant board. It's like $20, $30 on Amazon or TikTok. It's nothing. Hinge is very important. That works your posterior chain. And as a trainer, that's one of the movement patterns that clients definitely have a difficult time mastering. But once they get it, they get it. Then they off and running. And last but not least is your core. Not just crunches, but throwing in your planks, your hollow holds. I like hollow holds. It's a very good exercise for core development. Dead bug, leg raises. And you can also do some carries too. Carry some stuff heavy. Just walk up and down your driveway, up and down your block, subway to subway. I mean, sewer to sewer, sewer to sewer, something like that to get your posture in as well. And that's going to lead into another video that I'm working on as well. 3 to 4 times a week, maybe 5 times a week, you just do some type of workout with your body weight and you'll be fine. But like I said, the real key is consistency, right? So the real thing is not really people's um equipment. It's just consistency, like I said, just showing up when motivation has left. Because I know we're in a culture where everybody wants to be motivated. Motivated is a fleeting thing. Yes, it sparks it, but what actually keeps the fire going is discipline. You got to show up even when you don't want to. Your why have to be bigger than your feelings, right? Because if you're comfortable, then you're not going to grow. Because we all hear the saying that well, not really saying, but the principle, like, we only grow when we're uncomfortable. So let discomfort be your friend. If you're getting too comfortable, that's a problem, right? So think about it like that. All right. So 10 minutes a day, really? 15 minutes, can you get a good workout in? Yes, because you're being intentional with what you're doing. And I tell clients all the time, just work on your small habits, because fitness is compound interest. When you do the 10-minute workout, even if you had no time, it adds up. Trust me. And then you could go into the gym and do whatever you want. Right? So start tracking your reps, your meals, etc. But I don't want to belabor you guys too much. Keep saying the same thing over and over, but that's basically what it is. So start looking at yourself as the gym. You're the equipment that you need to get a decent workout in. Look at those prisoners, right? People are in jail. We always talk about, oh, how jacked they are. What you think they doing? You think they in the weight room all day? Certain gyms, I think they took away the weight rooms, and those dudes are jacked with limited food. They ain't eating as much time as we are out in the outside world, in the free world. Think about that. They jacked inside, 23-hour lockdown. Come out look like they can compete for Mr. Olympia. And we out here playing around? No, not me. Not me. So I'm gonna close. You know what I'm saying? The body you want is not behind a locked door waiting for you to afford the key. Is built into small decisions, because small things, all things, right? So get up, start pushing yourself, leave your comfort zone to build a body that you want and accomplish your goals. And this is just not limited to fitness as well. You know what I mean? So this is just life. And don't forget, you are the gym. And if this resonated with you, hit the like button. Shout out to Boss Back once again, man. But share it with someone that you think that could benefit for it. And I thank you all for spending your time here with me and listening to these videos. I hope that it inspires you guys to do better. And I really appreciate all the support as well. And if you're looking for online coaching and nutrition and coaching as well, click the link in my description and let's see if we can work together and help you get to A to B in a smart, efficient manner. This is Alchemy Fitness signing off, where we transfer you from lead to gold. Train hard, train smart, and train safe. Till next time. Peace.